Hey guys, welcome back to the Milsurp Man channel. And no, I'm not in Panama or a Southeast Asian jungle. I'm actually here in the good old state of Kentucky, and I'm very excited what I've got a showcase for you. This is going to be Springfield Armory's brand new SA16A2 service rifle, which is identical copy to the M16A2 service rifle used by the United States military in the early 80s, and even in today in some units, in the Air Force units and some National Guard units. This is going to be Springfield Armory's brand new product as of 2 days ago. I actually did not know they were going to release till I seen it in my local shop. I want to give a huge thanks to Dominion Outdoors Kentucky for helping me acquire this. This is going to be a completely unbiased opinion on this particular firearm, so if I see something I do not like, I'll be sure to let you know. If I see something I do like, I'll also be sure to let you know. We really appreciate them working with us to be able to purchase this for you guys, the viewer, to be able to see these new retro guns and see if this would be something you would be interested in. Because nowadays, in the year 2024, we have so many companies that have tooled up to make retro guns like this. Palmetto State Armory with their H&R lineup has done tons of good work for the community of cloners, and they produce a very nice rifle. And I think Springfield Armory's got something really nice here. So let's go ahead and take a deep dive into this rifle and take a look at it. Before we get into it though, like I said, go ahead and check our friends out at Dominion Outdoors Kentucky. It's dominionoutdoors.com, or you can check them out on their Facebook site, Dominion Outdoors Kentucky on Facebook. So without further ado, guys, let's go check it out. Okay, let's take a look and see what we get with our new SA16A2 from Springfield Armory. Well, they come in a plain black soft carry case like a lot of other Springfield Armory firearms. You do get your little patch on the front that you can rip off and put on your hat or any other bag that has a Velcro spot. Inside the bag, you do get one 30-round metal magazine, which is a Duramag. I think a lot of Palmetto State Armory. Palmetto State Armory uses a lot of these. This is a plain metal mag, nothing special. Also inside the bag, carrying pouch, you get a cable lock. You guys know how I feel about those. Not very important. Let's go ahead and take a look at our rifle. And you see our beautiful M16A2 clone copy. Now let's get this out of the bag and take a closer look. Okay, it's important to note that I'm not a historian or an expert when it comes to the M16 pattern of weapons. If you're looking for a historian or expert, you need to go check out Chris of Small Arms Solutions or Ian with Forgotten Weapons. Those guys will forget more than I'll ever know, and they're complete treasure troves of knowledge. They're awesome guys, so go check their channels out. But I will share with you what little knowledge I know about the A2 platform. To my knowledge, the A2 platform came about from the Marine Corps wanting to upgrade from their A1 platforms in the early 80s. I believe that adoption came around 1982, and we'll go over the features when we go over our particular rifle, what the A2 platform really is. And I believe the Army updated it later, or adopted it later in 1985. So what Springfield Armory does here, they do give you a pretty cool lower marking. It says property of U.S. government, SA16A2, caliber 5.56. We do see our manufacturing markings in the correct location and a correct safe semi-burst roll mark, which is very cool, and has non-function ATF, so no need to come kill my dog or anything. We do get our A2 length buttstock, which if you're not familiar, A1 length buttstocks is a little bit shorter. The A2 package comes a little bit longer length of pull, and you do have your trap door in the rear to keep Skittles or crayons if you're a Marine. You do get a standard upgraded pistol grip. A lot of people like the A1 better, including myself. I'm not a big fan of the nub, but that's what come out with the A2 adoption, so that's what Springfield Armory included. You do get your fixed carry handle A2 pattern rear sight that is easily adjustable with your fingers, elevation and windage with just a twist of a finger, which a lot of people will complain and talk trash about, saying it's one of the worst adoptions the U.S. military did as far as service rifles, and I honestly don't think it's bad. I mean, if you're on the range and you're needing some quick adjustments, it's good. I can see in combat, you know, if you knock your sights off, something happens, you know, that wouldn't be a good idea. With the A1 sights, you can actually just use a bullet tip to adjust it, which is a little bit more durable. You don't have to worry about hitting or knocking them off, but I don't think they're bad. You kind of notice too on this upper and lower, this upper, it's kind of more of a gray phosphate color while the lower is black. Now, for the price point of this rifle, that is a little bit like a little bit of a disappointment, considering H&R has their lineups with big completely black rifles or completely gray phosphate rifles. I would prefer my rifle be completely gray, but this doesn't turn me off because this is technically not historically inaccurate. You know, you can find weapons in arms rooms today that are two-tone in this color. Some uppers may be plum, like purple looking, and the lowers may be black. The lowers may be gray, the uppers black. They're multicolored with just what parts I had on hand, so that's technically not historically inaccurate, but it would be nice if for a price point you do pay it at $11.50 for these, that would be all one color, but it's not a big deal. Moving forward, you do have your A2 clamshell handguards, which if you don't know, on the A1 you have triangular handguards that were known for breaking in the Vietnam War era, that had teeth on top that were known for chipping, and they do have a left and right hand side, so you do have to put them on the right way. Well, they kind of fixed that issue by having just a identical top and bottom. Doesn't matter which way you put them on, so you have a dumb private who doesn't know how to do that. He can easily put these on here if he breaks it, no problem at all. Moving forward, we do have a non-F marked front sight post, which is really cool. I'm glad Springfield Armory wasn't lazy and just used a F marked front sight post for a regular flat top AR, which the F indicates they actually used a true A2 rear or front sight, so that's very, very cool. We do have our standard heavier barrel, heavy government contour barrel on the A2 platform. If you don't know, the A1s were kind of a pencil barrel, and they upgraded to the A2s for, I believe, bayonet training, and of all things. I believe they were having issues with people doing bayonet training and bending the barrels. And you do see we have our bayonet lug for pointy things, and we can see we do have our M9 bayonet on hand to attach that, so that looks very, very cool and works very, very solid. So for those curious if the bayonet lug works, it does. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be all the features on the outside of the rifle. We do see our selector markings are the same on the other side. We see our shell deflector, we're fence lower. We do see our A2 push forward assist. So let's go ahead and break down the rifle and show you what's on the inside. Okay, we got our rifle broken apart to show you that it does come with a full auto, or not like a full auto style M16 carrier with our Springfield Armory logo on there. It is chrome line and magnetic particle inspected, so that's good. You still have your standard T-handle, and a new thing that Springfield Armory introduced is the AccuTip tip thing. You can see it's a green like little plunger down there. I believe what that does is cause the upper and lower to be like tight. There's no play between the upper and lower, which is very nice and feels like a very, very quality firearm. They say it improves accuracy, but I'm not so sure. I've not tried that, so we'll have to test that in a later video when we start doing actual in-depth shooting and range testing with this and see how that actually holds up to a standard AR. I don't suspect it to be much, but it does make the upper and lower fitment a lot better, so I'm curious how that is. So anyway, let's go ahead and throw the first rounds to this and see how it's like. Okay guys, we got our A2 loaded up with some 55 grain XM193 ammo. Like I said, this is not going to be for any kind of practical accuracy. We're just kind of testing out the rifle. I've got lubed up with my favorite lubricant, Buttstock, and we're just going to see how the rifle shoots. Like I said, it's my first shots, I think 15 rounds, so let's go ahead and try it. Very, very smooth shooting rifle, guys. Very slick and very smooth. That recoil and pulse is just non-existent. It's very, very nice. Gassed well. I can't speak enough good about it. Very smooth, and the trigger, standard mil spec, is still a nice crisp break. So that's going to be all today's video, guys. Thanks for joining me in this video. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps what I do here to fun projects like this. Always continue to watch the Milcert Man channel, guys. Thank you, each and every one. You mean the world to me, and God bless.